Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and there is certainly a lot to digest when we are now going to talk about the death of Colin Powell, probably one of the most recognizable and notable figures within our military-industrial complex over the past 20 to 30 years. Okay, and obviously extremely visible post 9/11. Okay, that he was the face of reason during the war on terror. At least that's how the media presented him. And like everyone, now he is gone. And when I say like everyone, we will all meet our maker one day. And whether that means, some kind of deity, etc., all I'm saying is you get one life to live, and that's a wrap show, okay? Everybody comes to the same fate at the end. It ends. It all ends. So what are you going to do with your life? Are you going to take a shot at the title? Are you going to fight for good? And this isn't going to be a video about piling on to somebody. I don't like speaking ill of the dead. That's not something I like to do here at all. But I think that we would be extremely remiss if we did not discuss how Colin Powell not only breathed life into the lies that brought us the Patriot Act, Homeland Security, Afghanistan, Iraq, and well beyond. But he did so in a manner that many were fooled just because of, let's be honest here, his race, his demeanor, and his military prowess. Okay? That combination was really why they made him the face of the war on terror when they could. I mean, if you go back, obviously, even the enemies of the Bush administration in the media, right? Because when I say Bush administration, I mean, it was really an extension of the first Bush administration, which is an extension of what? The continuity of government program, okay? Or the shadow government. You can call it the deep state if you like, but these official terminologies, all right, were actually used and set into place well before 9/11, utilized on 9/11. And then a guy like Colin Powell, who we feature several times, I believe, in Fabled Enemies, once discussing the Israelis, I believe another time discussing the anthrax attack. And when I say the Israelis that were being rounded up before 9/11, got detained on 9/11, and those after 9/11, okay? He was put on the spot there. A lot of people don't know that. Go watch Fabled Enemies. And Colin Powell was really never taken to task and always portrayed in almost a pre-Obama light. What do I mean? Well, he was our military savior. Just like the Barack Obama administration, this guy that they had on the cover of Rolling Stone as a godlike figure enlightening in the clouds, right? He was here to save us from the evil Bush administration. And if we'd only let cooler heads prevail, like Colin Powell's, maybe we would have won that Iraq war. No, that was never the plan. This was about legitimizing globalism, right? The axes of evil, right? Versus the coalition of the willing. The coalition of the willing. And what did we get? We got more NATO involvement. We got a larger security state here. And now we have uber censorship on top of it all. Now, obviously, there's another aspect to this. The COVID-19 84 aspect of Colin Powell. And really, after that opening spiel, that's what we're going to focus on here. And that, of course, is that he was, quote unquote, fully booped. All right. Now, I'm going to show you that, number one, that means almost nothing, right? We have to be careful. We're on YouTube. But the idea, again, that this is not transmissible. There were never any efficacy studies on transmissibility that were public, at least, that made sense. We played a lot of videos while this was rolling out, explaining that to people. They were taken down. I wasn't given strikes for those because they knew it was true and that they couldn't be fact-checked. And now, Colin Powell, 84, dies of these quote-unquote COVID complications, according to the mainstream media, while he had Parkinson's and blood cancer. So this is all I'm going to say about that. I don't know how much that actually contributed to his death. I'm certainly not going to speculate as to whether the boop boop may have contributed to anything negative, since, boop boops come from the sunshine and the goodness of Lord Fauci and friends, right? They're our new deities. Let's not question that at all. But I'm going to go down the line here, okay? And I'm going to show you other prominent people that have already, done the double shot ski and hutch, and what happens. Jesse Jackson, him and his wife, both ended up in the ICU, okay? He moved to rehab. I believe she also eventually got out. But again, this shows you. Even Corey Taylor, who blamed a selfish audience member. Okay? He must have given it to him. He got the double shot. Okay? And then, of course, Oscar De La Hoya, also double shot. An athlete. He was going to fight Vitor Belfort. Went to the hospital. There are so many of these with notable, famous people now that it is undeniable, yet this is the whispered truth, not the media push, okay? And this is the media push right here. Damn it, they killed Colin Powell. Oh, thank you. Thank you, blue check mark, Kevin Barron. Their sick devotion to partisan political power and personality cult over public health and security, knowledge and intelligence has killed 724,000 of us. R.I.P. Mr. Secretary. Get boop booped. Mask up. Stop the spread. And, this is literally, a mouthpiece for the defense industry, the military industrial complex out of D.C. That's what this is. I mean, once again, you have more people that have died this year than all of last year, and we still have 6+ weeks to go in the year, right? Actually, what? I'm sorry, 10+ weeks. We're not even in November yet. And I told you this was going to happen months ago, and you saw the spin there and them changing history in real time. And it's all blamed on us. We did it. And when I say we, it's anybody that doesn't go around with their narrative, because I don't play partisan politics. I don't play team baseball. It's not red or blue to me. I never wore a MAGA hat. I never flew a Trump flag guy. But that's the narrative that's being sold to you. Okay, and that's all it is. So I want to play some of these videos, especially this one. I'll probably get in trouble for this one here, but it's the efficacy of this whole thing. And remember, boosters are coming. They're already here in the United States for 3, but I mean more boosters. Boosty McBoost all day long. And by the way, over 200 people watching. Can we get 100 thumbs up? Because right now, we're going to get into a very Faucian video. Hopefully the music in the background is fair use at this point, but we'll find out.
Often, when you get into the real world, the effectiveness of vaccines falls short of the original efficacy. That is not at all the case with the vaccines for COVID-19.
So now we have 2 vaccines that are really quite effective.
The mRNA vaccine, highly effective.
Extraordinarily efficacious, 94 to 95% for mild to moderate disease, and virtually 100% efficacious.
Because the real world effectiveness is even more impressive than the results of the clinical trial.
Gotta love those 100%s. 100, huh? Oh, 99. Wait, I thought it was 198. Whoa! Oh, 20. Whoa! Can't show that here.
Another shot. We've got to make sure we clarify that with people. It has nothing to do whether or not it's effective. We know it's highly effective.
Highly effective.
Highly effective.
So yeah, highly effective indeed, Mr. Fauci. Highly effective indeed. But don't worry, if you've Fauci is giving us Christmas. If you and your families have taken old Boopski and Hutch.
And Dr. Fauci, lastly, we know the best way to keep safe is to be vaccinated. But what are your guidelines for the upcoming holidays? Will you be giving out Halloween candy? What do we do Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the other holidays?
Well, Martha, I believe strongly that, particularly in the vaccinated people, if you're vaccinated and your family members are vaccinated, those who are eligible, and that is obviously very young children are not yet eligible, that you can enjoy the holidays. You can enjoy Halloween, trick-or-treating, and certainly Thanksgiving with your family and Christmas with your families. That's
What a
one
guy.
of the reasons why we emphasize why it's so important to get vaccinated, not only for your own safety, for that of your family, but also for the good of the community to keep the level of infection down. When you do that, there's no reason at all why you can't enjoy the holidays in a family way, the way we've traditionally done it all along.
Well, gee, thank you, Lord Fauci. You've done so well for me. Meanwhile, in front of the New York Times, this is a couple days ago, I just want to let you know this is what people were saying. Yeah, they don't show you this in New York City, by the way, or D.C. when it happens. You know, you don't see that on the news. You know, instead, guys like Kevin Roose start talking about Bigfoot and lizards. So, I brought this up twice. I did want to say that Lord Fauci, I guess it must be on one of my other tabs here. Lord Fauci has now said those that question him, okay, let's bring it right over, are really just questioning, again, science when they react against me, and they're just conspiracy theorists. Truth becomes inconvenient. Lord Fauci has spoken. So, you know, to circle all the way back to Colin Powell and his lies, his deception, his legacy cannot be one of greatness or admiration. I'm sorry, that's not what we can do for you. You are part of this machine that is now in full force to enslave humanity on behalf of a predator class, and that's a fact. And there's going to be a lot of media on both sides of the fence, that basically hero worship this guy today. Like, you're going to see it across the board, you know, especially and ironically, I would say, on the left-wing channels, the MSNBCs, the CNNs, etc., that did more questioning back in the day of the Bush administration. But I don't know if there's going to be a quote-unquote right-wing pundit that dares delve in to the darker aspects of the life of Colin Powell and how he served the establishment well and did not serve the people, did not serve the Constitution, did not serve the Bill of Rights, did not serve the truth. Okay, was not a champion for humanity. Those are just facts. So, guys, this is what I need from you. I need you to thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Remember, we've been fully demonetized on YouTube it's got to be close to 2 years now. Almost 2 years. We get kicked off on the reg, but I still need you to thumbs this up, subscribe, and share if you have not done so. We got the GoFundMe down below. Thank you, Odyssey, for backing me up. But what do? We do the Rockfin. And today I will be throwing up a throwback for premium members. I think it's going to be close to an hour-long throwback from June of 2009, I believe, of myself and Jonesy chopping it up about various issues. So that'll be available for premium members. You don't have to be premium. You can come on over for free. Please do, because this is where I can speak freely. We could have probably gone a little harder on Fauci and the gang and talked a little more truths, but we're on YouTube right now, so we got to be extra careful because we are in their crosshairs. I do want to remind everybody, all my documentary films are free on all the platforms that I'm on. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. Please check them out. I absolutely love you guys. It's not about left or right. It's always about right and wrong, and I will see you all on the flip side.